All right, everybody. Look here. I got a guest I've been trying to get on here for a while, and I can't ever get him to cooperate. But we finally have enticed him enough to get on here and talk some trash and some knowledge, spit some knowledge to all y'all about some squirrel dogs, tree dogs. There's some other podcasts out there that they deal with, just strictly squirrel dogs or different tree dogs, stuff like that. And, I've talked with a couple of other guys that, they run coyote dogs. They've rabbit hunted, done other things like that. And that's what we try to be, a diverse podcast. We're partial to hog dogs. I don't know why. But,
I don't either. I don't either because they're not that fun.
No, they're crazy.
You're running miles after them. I don't know why in the world you've got some pretty good
hog dogs that tree squirrels sometimes.
You're exactly right. You end up with them most of the time.
Yeah, I do. Well, this is my friend, a long time friend, Jerrod McDonald, my brother, pretty much.
Yeah, that's what everybody thinks anyway.
It's done come to that. So when did you start with the squirrel dogs and really get serious into the squirrel dogs? I mean, I know when most of this was
around 12 or 13 is when I really got
into it.
No, I done it when I was a kid, which everybody does.
Yeah,
growing up around here, anyways. Yeah. And then around 12, 13, somewhere in there, I got my first cur dog. Mm-hmm. Started fooling with that. It was Molly.
Yeah,
first one I had.
Man,
wish I had her back at that age again.
Man, 2-year-old Molly.
Oh yeah,
son.
Oh yeah. But
I don't know if we got that many shells.
Yeah, but I'd spend a lot more time than I did with her, and I spent a lot of hours with that.
You
dog.
Did. That's what makes a dog, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, what kind of you talking about your cur dog? What's the specific breed and the lineage?
Well,
on the ones on Molly, go into her.
Molly was an original mountain cur. A lot of people called it old stock, busher bred, whatever. Mm-hmm. She was just an original mountain cur. All she was. I've had, and I've still got some Nicholson bred dogs, which is original mountain cur. Mm-hmm. I have Kimmer curs also, which are deal registered, so they're original mountain cur and Kimmer curs. The ones that I have now are. So
I got you.
They're the same. They're the same stuff, just different people's had them. Got different names put on them. That's basically.
I got you.
Style dogs I like.
Mm-hmm. So now on your dogs, like you was talking about the hog dogs, a lot of our dogs go and just go and go and go and go.
Yes, and that's why you end up with the dogs of mine that go and go and go. Because I'm not.
If I'm hunting a Kimmer or mountain cur, it comes from Jerrod, which I've got a couple from Barney Gray.
That's right.
And usually it's the most squirrel dog cools, but I promise you, they'll swing on swine like it ain't nothing. It's a new saying, swinging on swine.
There you go.
Look here, we're already making it happen.
That's right.
But I mean, the range on those dogs, how consistent is it from litter to litter? We were talking earlier out there in the store in the front part, and man, we should have really been doing this then because we had some good stuff going back and forth just talking. And we was talking about the consistency from litter to litter and the breedings.
The ranges on my dogs, I pull my dogs back.
Yeah.
Because I'm not walking. A lot of people like long-winded dogs. They want a dog that'll go 600 yards to tree a squirrel. If mine goes 600 yards, I hope it's towards the truck.
Yeah.
Because I don't, I want them to be treed within 100 to 200 yards. Yep. And that way I can see the game. I don't want to walk 300, 400, 500 yards, and by the time I get there, the game's gone.
And they work fast.
They do.
They do.
And when everything's slow and everything, they will get 300, 400 yards. 400 yards usually my max on my dogs. I'm pulling them back.
I seen you turn when it was me, you, and Barney. We went down there, hunted first part of last year, I think. That's it was. Right. At one time, it was which dog? We had that male dog. And then we had Barney's penny dog.
That was Bo.
We had Foxy.
Had Bo, Foxy, and
Foxy
Penny.
and Penny had got out to like 400 plus, and you was like, "Hey, this ain't happening."
No, they're coming back.
And then Bo
ended up on a pig.
Then I'm standing there, And all I did was turn around and look, and here comes the pigs.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes.
Yeah.
And then old Bo took off, and Jerrod's like, no, and he's burning him. I said, no, just let him go, man.
No.
Let nature take his course.
Yeah.
And,
I should have just given him to you that day.
I should have
just said, he's your dog from now on.
But that's
I don't need him anymore. But
man, if y'all could see, and I might try to get a picture and post of you, but that son of a gun is pretty.
oh, he's a postcard. There ain't no doubt. But
Jerrod's,
that dog's real finicky. I don't know what it is about that dog. He don't like other people a lot.
He didn't like me.
He don't like.
He wasn't like super like aggressive or nothing. He just kind of shied back. It was like, no, he just let you know I don't want to be your buddy.
And all the Nicholson males that I've had has been that way. I don't know why they're that way. My females are not that way, but the male dogs, for some reason, they're one owner dogs, and they don't like to be around other people.
What was that dog's name? We went up to Kentucky, and that real was it Mud or something? Mud. That was a good looking dog, but he was kind of.
And he's actually the granddaddy of most of them Nicholson dogs I've got.
That's right. And I couldn't remember.
But he didn't really like other people.
No, that's because I know
around him.
I walked up there close to him, and he just kind of. You could tell he just like he didn't want you to pet him. He wasn't asking for all that.
No,
those dogs want to work.
Yeah,
that's what they want to do.
That's all they want to do. That's all they want.
I mean, like I grew up doing the same thing. Well, almost everybody where I was at hunted with a little feist or maybe I think rat terrier, something like that, a small dog, barter feist or something like that.
When we was growing up, Joey, any dog that was
a meat dog.
Was 5 pounds to 20 pounds was a
squirrel dog.
Didn't matter what kind of dog it was.
That's a squirrel dog.
From 20 pounds to 50 pounds was a cur dog, and then from 50 pounds and up was your hound.
Yeah.
I mean,
you're right.
That was the category of dogs that we growed up around. They wasn't specialty dogs.
No.
Or wasn't where I was from.
Well, it's the same way with us. Like I grew up in the Delta, flat farmland area.
Right.
And you grew up here in the hills.
That's right.
In Appalachia, where it starts. And it's the same, totally different, but it's the same.
Right.
Like where we were at, cur dogs were valued real hard. Because we had pigs, we had all these different things. And here
you had meat dogs.
Here, hounds seemed like they were more valued. You had good hounds, which there's a lot of houndsmen over there too. I'm talking, 40 years ago. But now, like you said, we got so many categories. You got this dog for that, this dog for that, 1,900 different names of feist. I don't even know.
No, I don't either.
But when I started, the first time I went on a real good squirrel hunt, I was a kid, and I was addicted to it with a dog.
Right.
And then for years I didn't, and I went with you and Molly, and that woke something up, and I was like, this is fun.
Right.
Molly's a pleasure.
It brings you back to being a kid again.
It does. And going with dogs, you can take kids.
Oh,
you take whoever you want.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, how many times do y'all go a year with kids taking groups of children?
I'm gonna say now that my boy is 9, it's about 75% of the hunts is groups of kids. Yeah. There's at least 2 or 3.
Yeah, his
younger kids.
His son's name is Hunter, and right now he's Employee of the Month around here.
Right, yeah, right here
Dixie Doggers.
Dixie Doggers. He is the Employee of the Month.
This man sold Nathan, which y'all know Nathan's the owner. This young man sold Nathan some dog food a while ago.
Yeah.
Sold him his own dog food.
Sold him his own dog. He bought it twice.
Showtime dog food.
That's a salesman when they can sell it twice.
Yes. When Hunter come in there and was explaining to Nate about the difference of the protein in the blue bag versus the black bag Showtime dog feed.
Right.
And I was like, dang, I might need to get me a couple more bags to make sure I got enough at the house.
Sure you're feeding the dog.
That's
what
I'm gonna have to get him a little plaque or something. Employee of the Month. That's my man. But that changes the game when you have kids and you can take them hunting.
It does. It does.
Y'all got a hunt coming up pretty soon.
Yes, there'll be a kimmer hunt that we'll be hunting in Winfield. It's the last day of September, first day of October.
Yep, I was fixing that.
Never done much competition hunting. My son last year decided that he wanted to competition hunt some, so guess what? He's getting to put the work in on these dogs now, and if he wants to competition hunt, he can start putting some work in on.
That's right.
And
that's what it should be.
That's how we're going to go about this. If he wants competition dogs, I want meat dogs, so he's going to have to start working competition dogs.
There you go. Well, I mean, that's the only way they learn how to value anything.
That's right. And he can make all the mistakes that I've made and learn from them and learn how to handle dogs.
Well, like you was talking about, touching on that on the mistake part. We were talking about that earlier. Like how many mistakes?
Well, I ain't got no time on how many mistakes I've made on dogs.
But how many mistakes have you made and were able to realize, hey, I made a mistake, and then correct them? What was probably the biggest mistake that you made? Just handling a dog in general.
The biggest mistake that any of us make is trying to make that dog live up to our ego.
100%.
I mean, there's no doubt about that. I mean, you try to make a dog live up to our ego. I mean, they're dogs. They've got a job. They're either going to do their job or not going to do their job. You forcing them or pushing them harder than what it should be, or trying to make them start earlier or something like that. I think one of the hardest things on dogs right now is this whole Facebook phase where people.
Oh yeah. Well,
I got a 3-month-old dog that'll just blow the top out of a tree. Best tree dog I killed. I don't know. She's 7 months old by the end of the season, and we've done killed 874 squirrels. You see all that stuff on there. Well, then you take people that don't know that much about dogs, and they got one that's a year and a half, and they may have shot 2 out to it.
And they're like, what's wrong?
This dog here's a cull. Well, no, this dog ain't matured into what it needs to be yet.
Mental maturity.
And most of the time, the slower maturing dogs will end up making your better dogs if you've got the patience to deal with it long enough.
Because like you said, that's where
I've culled a lot of good dogs.
Those mistakes
and I've created a lot of culls too by doing that. I've created. Yes. You've ended up with a lot of good dogs because of me.
Oh, I agree. I agree. And that's that. But like what you said a while ago about the biggest thing is living up to our ego.
Oh, there's no doubt.
There's a guy. When I posted this new Shankathon hunt, we're doing another one.
Right.
Giving a shameless plug to ourselves, whatever.
That's fine.
It fits into this perfectly because there's guys. I've met him. We talk back and forth on Facebook a lot, and his name's Logan Campbell, and he's a dog man. He's a hound. He's got. I mean, these guys catch hogs. I mean, we run hogs around in a circle a lot of times. These guys catch hogs. These are hog hunters,
right?
And that's the exact word for word. Same thing that he said about like the tournaments and competition hunts. That's the hardest thing on a dog is trying to make it live up to our ego.
Right.
And true enough, I'm guilty of it. I don't do the tournaments and competition hunts because number one, in our area, we don't really have them for the hog dogs.
Right.
And now that we're starting them, well, I don't feel right hunting in my own hunt. If I was to win, then it'd be like, which I probably wouldn't. They think it was rigged or something, but
anyway, and you don't really want to get beat in your own hunt either at the same time. So then there you are.
Oh, it's 100%. There's that ego.
It's kind of like fighting an old man when you're young.
Yeah.
You're
damned if you do, damned if you don't.
You either beat up an old man or
you get beat up by an old man.
That's what I'm saying. So you kind of need to stay away from that.
It's all in how you say it on anything that you do. Your dad and my pop, that's what I call him. He told me that one day we were talking about a job, and he said, son, when you come in and you have people come in and look at your work, he said, you want them to look and say, wow, who did that? He said, you never want to hear them say, wow, who did that?
Right.
He said, 2 totally different things, but exactly the same.
That's exactly right.
Our ego can crush a dog.
Yes.
And like you said, we'll cull a dog. Yes. And I know a couple guys that I've seen the dog and I'm like, don't cull it.
Right.
I'll buy it.
Right.
They'll cull it. And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, man, and the only reason I know this is because I made all those mistakes already. I done all that. So,
right.
But I mean, I really feel very strongly about what you said. And Logan Campbell said the same thing. Pat Lewing said the same thing. Thank Jake Lucano, Randy, everybody. I can live up to our ego. And that shows me that we're a different caliber person and we're a certain kind of group of people.
Right.
I'm not classified as a dog man yet. Maybe one day I'll get there. And, but it's just one of those things. I want to be a dog-minded person.
Right. Right.
I don't know how that sounds or whatever, but that's what I try to be.
Right.
And so a lot of times, like I told you a while ago, I said, I'll talk to that dog,
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
you know, and I'll tell that dog what I expect.
Well, you've hunted with my dogs.
I talk to your dog, and that dog listens just better. If people listen that
You
good.
come to my house and get my dogs, take them straight to the woods. I don't even go with you. And how do they mind you?
Came and picked up Fox. Now listen to this, like we talking about competition. Last year, or this past season, Jerrod told me, he said, I said, man, I'm gonna start hunting a little more squirrel hunting, me and Nate now. He said, well, come get Foxy and take her. She needs to be out. You was working that other dog.
That's right.
I said, okay. So I go get Foxy. She's been stood up for a while, a little long in the tooth, a little round in the waist.
Yeah, about like me.
Carried her out. A little while later, I guess it's about lunch, Boog called. He said, well, how y'all doing? And we killed more squirrels than they had that day.
That's right.
And I'd never hunted that dog. That dog had never been anywhere with me at all, ever.
You'd been with her
She was
one
lying.
time. You went with her one time down there.
I called her
where we
telling
went.
a lie. And I told her, I said, hey, don't be lying. I said, you know better than that. We can't find it. Now get out of here. Hey, that dog went to work. I guess she knew. She's like, hey.
Yeah.
And buddy, we went to knocking them out of the tree.
And you talked to them just like me and you sitting here talking. That's why I handle my dogs.
Your
Screaming
dogs
and hollering
have a
and
handle.
beating them and all that. It's no different than when you raise your kids, Joe. If you spend time with your kids, then you don't have to beat them all the time. You don't have to scream at them all the time.
You just beat them sometimes.
Yeah, just sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, they all gonna need it some, you know.
Hell yeah.
But you know what I'm saying. That
Exactly.
they'll relate to you when you spend time with them.
Oh, I agree.
And that's the only way you're going to have really good dogs is spending time with them. Spending time with them in the yard, spending time with them in the woods.
How important is that time spending in the yard?
A lot. Because when you get to the woods, if you ain't spend no time in the yard, and then you can't, you drop the tailgate and this dog's dragging you halfway across the field getting to the woods, you know, it's already starting off miserable.
Yep.
You don't want to deal with that. You know.
100%.
You should have a handle on your dog, in my opinion. And I've hunted with people and tell them think will put a handle on their dog. I'm not hunting with you no more.
I know you will.
You know, I'm not going to train my dog and have expectations out of my dogs and hunt with dogs that do not have the same expectations. Most people I hunt with expect the same things out of their dogs. We do not deal with fights at trees. We do not deal with none of that stuff. Either you correct it or you get rid of the dog. One of the two.
Yeah.
That's just how we play. And
it works well.
Yeah, we don't. We're not worrying about dogs fighting half the day instead of hunting.
Mm-hmm.
And we kill a lot of meat.
Yeah, y'all not.
Yeah. I'm not bragging on me or anything, or my dogs. It's everybody else's dogs I hunt with. Is why we kill a lot of meat.
But y'all do.
It ain't got nothing to do with my dogs.
I know. I've went a few times, and I don't think we've ever went and not killed nothing. But we have had some. That one hunt I was talking about, I went with you and Barney. It started off a little slow there. Remember, it was just a little slow. And man, I thought it was going great. I was like, hell, we're doing good, you know, because we killed a couple. And Jerrod, he's just like, man, we can't do no better than this. God, come on, man.
Yeah, let's go on.
That's that expectation level. You know, but the dogs were getting it.
It wasn't on the dogs. Game don't move all the time. Everybody thinks just because I took my dogs, game's moving.
If it ain't there, you can't do it.
You can't do it. You know, and that's some of that expectation. A lot of people say on Facebook or wherever, you know, social media, let's just say that. And my dogs treed 72 squirrels today. When you went, you treed 5. Well, first of all, where are they hunting at?
Written down right here.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you where I hunt at.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I don't like seeing a whole bunch of people show up where I hunt at.
That's right.
You know, but
you
know what I'm saying.
I had that wrote down. You know, I was going to ask you about that.
There's northern parts of this state that I hunt that is awful.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's some people that know the good spots up there. I'm not one of them, so I don't go up there that much.
Yeah.
You know, it's too
hilly. That's where they kill the biggest deer in the world, too.
I'm sure it is, but I don't deer hunt.
You know where it's at. It's up there.
Up
y'all
there.
folks in Alabama, you know where up there is at in the north part of there.
Yeah, that's where you need to go.
Yeah, that's where all of you need to go. Get up there at that sign-in board about 2:30 in the morning. Get in line.
Get in line, That's where you need to
There's
be.
There's a pile of them up there. Y'all, everybody stay right there.
Yeah.
And we'll go somewhere else.
Yes.
So, I like going down south.
I do too.
Fun.
I do too. I hadn't been far enough south. I want to go all the way down there.
Yeah.
Those are down in there.
Yeah, I've never went
You
down
know, well, I've got family that lives down that way, and
Really?
and yeah, they won't me come down there, but I don't know nothing about it.
Yeah.
You know,
well, that's like, I think it was this year we was talking about over Mississippi, starting to go over there a lot
well,
more.
I went last year. I went to the Delta last year for the first time, and
Yeah, it was last year.
that's right. I went for the first time last year over there. And
Well, last season.
Yeah. It was actually back in January,
Yeah,
I believe.
January, February.
But
Well, Mississippi, they're on top of their stuff.
let me tell you something. Their management areas are unlike any other I've been to. Now, I'm not saying they're the best in the nation because I don't know, but they put their money in.
They're a whole lot different than ours.
Yes. They actually put their money in their management areas, and they ought to be proud of that. Because it's nice.
It's nice. Yeah.
But they don't play around over there either.
Oh,
You know,
they'll burn you up.
Yeah, you better be on the straight and narrow when you get over there and have all your ducks in a row.
They got a whole bunch of fields over there.
Yeah.
If y'all are from around here, y'all already know about that.
Yeah.
But talking about the geographical location, the type of terrain, like we was talking about up north, and talking about in North Alabama versus South Alabama.
Right.
What's it like in North Alabama, and what's the terrain like in South Alabama?
I'm fat. That's why you don't see me in North Alabama much. I'm fat.
I hear you.
Oh my goodness.
It's rough.
National forest land up there. It's it's real hilly for one. Mountains. And then when you get in the mountains, a lot of times timber ain't been cut in several years. Well, then it's holy timber.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then you making 30, 40 trees and you see no squirrels. So yeah, I don't know of a lot of good places up there, so I don't go up there.
Yeah.
Even though I live 30 minutes from it. Now, me and you've been a couple times.
Yeah,
There's a few spots that we go to
I think
that's
it's more
close.
along the lines of just it's convenience.
Yeah.
It's closer to the house. We can put something together real quick.
Right.
And we ain't going all day long or nothing like that.
Right. No.
But like we talking
it's
about,
a good place to let your dog stretch their legs.
Yeah, they'll get some extra. You'll get some exercise for it.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get plenty of it.
Yeah. What's and for y'all listeners out there that squirrel hunt with dogs, y'all know the difference. Like you got your gray squirrel, your black squirrel, fox squirrels, all this stuff. We predominantly have gray squirrels that as far as I know, here in Alabama.
Yes.
Is that like that through the whole state? Or, I know there's seems like there's pockets. Because I know we've got certain seasons for fox squirrel in certain areas. Like you can't kill them after a certain time.
Well, I don't think Bankhead at all. You can even kill fox squirrel fox squirrels in Bankhead this year.
Oh, is it?
I think it's a closed season for the whole year. I think is what I've done.
Well, I know they had up there at 7 Mile Island. They had it closed early or something. I had to brush up on that. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't hunt up there, so it really didn't relate to us. But I know there's a lot of gray squirrels down south. They're more fox squirrel down there than it is up north. Or
they're actually
about the same.
They're a little different. The ones I've killed in the north part of this state are a deep red, and those are almost like they got some gray red in them.
Yeah,
they're just a little different
and
colors.
Their whole body,
and the size of them's a little bit different too. The ones in the northern part of the state just seem to be a little bigger than the ones in the southern part of the state.
Yeah.
But to me, the dogs don't act no different between one of them as they do anything else.
Yeah, same difference.
They don't know what color it is. Don't really care.
Yeah, they don't care. They just
just wanting a tree.
Yeah, get that something done.
I got to kill black squirrel over in the Delta last year. Yeah. We don't have very many of them in this state. I wish we did, but we don't.
That guy that came down, Mike Sapp, he came out there to your to the spot you just bought a long ago. The one from Michigan.
Yeah, I know.
And now they got a lot of black squirrels up there.
They got big black squirrels up there. Yeah, they're not the same as those over there. Yeah. You're talking about their squirrels look like coons.
Oh yeah,
like our coons.
We got big black coons around.
Yeah, but not
in areas.
Not like them.
No, not.
You shoot them dead to a dog. You don't let the dog fight with them.
Not them.
Outweigh the dog.
Yeah, ain't no. Hey, some of them guns up there. We went up there and trapped for how long? We stay up there at Mike? A week? About a week.
Yeah, Nate brought a black squirrel back with him, or a skin of one, I think.
Well, I think I killed that squirrel up there. But we caught the first coon that we caught. Its one leg was so big, like we had one of them dog-proof traps,
Right.
I don't see how it got in there. I when we pulled up, I said, "Damn, look at that dog."
Well, it's hard
That's
for me
how
to run.
big it was.
It'd be hard for me to run my dogs after a 30, 40-pound coon when my dogs don't weigh 30, 40 pounds to start with.
Oh, well, hey, look, that's where them jags.
And I know
You
them
get them
coons are a
jags
lot
on
meaner
there.
than my dogs.
You get them jags on them. Them little jags weigh 15, 20 pounds. They'll whoop them coons.
They probably will. They
Oh,
probably will.
They take
But
some damage though.
I don't think I've got patience to deal with a dog like that.
No, I don't have patience. I've been dealing with them for 15 years, and I don't have patience to deal with them dogs. Yeah, that's a whole different deal there. But we've talked about the location. We talked about like your handling, different mistakes, when you started, and all that. What's on your training process? Because like I said, you got some good dogs. You ain't got to give all your little secrets.
Well,
and all that.
I really don't have a training process. I let the dogs do what they're going to do. I mean, really, they're dogs.
That goes back to the bloodline and keeping your stuff right.
Yeah. I really
cold hard.
I put them in the woods. I spend a lot of time in the woods. I wear out a lot of pair of boots.
You feed them tracks.
Yeah. And I let's see how you say it. I don't hunt a lot of my older dogs. A lot of people gets dogs at 5-6 year old, which is their prime, and they really put a lot of time into them and everything. And you hunted with me. You hunt these dogs.
Yeah,
I got young dogs.
Yeah.
I enjoy starting young dogs. I enjoy
3-year-old dog. I'm gonna pick that dog up and hunt it.
That's right.
That's
right. I'm hunting a year or 2-year-old dog and trying to get them finished out and going in the right direction. And I probably should hunt them a lot more, but I just assume you hunt them is why I'm hunting the young dog.
Well, that goes into how you handling your training process there. Because, like I said, I can go pick up that dog. Anybody could.
Right.
And the dog would hunt for that person,
right. And I've got some that won't. Yeah. Now, I do, but most of the time they're on their way to being cold.
Yeah.
Because I just don't need them.
You ain't going to put up with it.
And
you don't pass it on to somebody else.
Right.
Unless it's for a hog dog.
Well, you end up with a lot of these dogs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that's because they're for catching pigs. I mean, they want to do something that's totally different.
That's right.
And we were talking about that earlier about the cameras. And how they're a tree dog and a squirrel dog and all that.
They're hog dogs.
Yes.
Mr. Cameron was a hog man, and now all the people that ended up with these dogs was not hog people. Yep. Some of them bred towards the treeing purposes. Some people bred towards hog purposes. A Cameron is a multi-purpose dog, is what it is. That's like Barney. We take his dog. Well, nearly every year we're going up buying a couple of hogs. We're going to tree coons. We're going to tree squirrels. Now, do we want the coons and the hogs? No, but
it's a byproduct.
It's part of it.
Yep, they're meat dogs.
They're meat dogs, and that's is it worth calling them? No, I mean I don't. I've seen people with hounds that their dog would tree a possum and they just lose it.
Oh yeah, fall to pieces.
Just lose it over my dog. My dog don't tree possums. It only trees coons. Look, if it goes up, I don't care if it's a groundhog. If it goes up a tree and my dog trees it, I'm okay with it. That's just me personally.
Yeah.
If it's looking up, I'm good. If it goes in the ground, I've got a problem.
Yeah.
Now I will break them off armadillos. We got them, plenty of them.
Yeah, we got.
They need to come get them and take them back out to Texas. We don't need them.
Which, like you're talking about with the tree dog side of it, Pat Louie, he's like that with the running dog side of it. He's like, I can't remember exactly how he said it, but he's killed a bunch of deer out front of his hog dogs.
Right.
And he's killed a bunch of hogs out front of his deer dogs.
Right.
They're running dogs.
Well, I'll be honest with you, Joey. You talking about on the training aspect, I've run a lot of dogs myself.
Yeah.
By trying to break them off of what I call trashing too young.
Mm-hmm.
Let a young dog be a young dog. it's going to run a rabbit. It's going to run a deer. If it don't, then it really probably ain't gave me enough for you to start with.
Yep.
Let them run them. Let them run the hogs. Let them run whatever.
Whatever they want.
Don't let them run them. Now, hogs is a little different. Don't let them run them to the point that they're going to get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you want tree dogs.
Yeah.
But deer, don't let them run them out of the country. But if it jumps up in front of them, it's a dog. Let it be a dog. Just be glad that it's gave me enough to go after it.
Yeah, it's not sitting there warming your feet up.
That's right. And rabbits, Molly was probably one of the best dogs I've had, finished dog. Let a rabbit jump up in front of her.
Oh, yeah.
She'll pin them ears back.
Yep.
Now, would she run on scent of them? No. She got broke off. I broke her off of that. But as long as she could see it, she was going to run it.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't fault her for that. Because she's going to fall a tree
it's in her
any
genetics.
minute. Yeah.
It's her DNA.
But I've heard dogs, got dogs in the kennel right now that I think that a lot of the reason they're slow is because of
took
me.
the hunt out of them a little bit.
I took some of it out of them.
Carter Schultz with Boars N Broads, that's what he said about his dog. He said, you know, it's one of those deals where it's handler error. You know,
right.
His dog doesn't. It's not a super long range dog. Doesn't go and do all this and all this stuff.
Right.
It's a hog dog, and it put meat on the ground.
Right.
But like you said, he took the hunt out of it.
Right.
You know, he takes, you know, he at full fault for it. You know, and me and him have talked about it a couple of times, and like you said, that whole Facebook, social media stuff, or this guy, it ain't even got to be social media, but social media has killed a lot of stuff.
It's hurt a lot of dogs.
I like doing this interaction here because we're trying to put out something positive.
Right.
I mean, we'll sit here and tell stories with the best of them, and I'll sit around and talk trash all day long. But am I going to sit there and bold-faced lie and say, look, man, I got a 4-month-old pup that's, you know, blowing the top out of a tree? Or
now, they're out there.
Yeah, they are.
They're out there,
but you can't have people expect it out of their pup if they don't know any better.
Right.
When you got people that are new to it,
right.
Like we want new people in this.
That's right. That's right. Give a dog a chance.
Yeah. Take your time. Enjoy your dog.
And like picking dogs. First of all, if you're going to pick a puppy, if you're going to buy a puppy, you're getting into this.
Yeah.
First thing you do is you go hunting with people that have dogs. Because I hunt with different people and a lot of different people, and there's a group of us that all hunt together. And
I'm not in that group.
I
said I'm not in that group.
Yeah.
Because I have his other dog and I got my own group, boys.
That's right. but like all of us hunt different style dogs.
Yes.
And there's some, and not to say all these dogs ain't really good dogs, but they don't fit the way I want a dog to be.
Yeah.
You know, now do I enjoy hunting with them? I do, but they're not what I want to deal with. So go with people if you're going to pick a dog, or if you're wanting a puppy or whatever, and you find something that suits you.
Something that's for you.
Because if it don't suit you, then you're going to end up not putting the time into that dog.
You ain't never going to be happy with it.
You're not going to be happy with it. I've got dogs, just like, for instance, we've got a few of our dogs that's open on track. Now, they'll tree as many as mine will. You know, may tree more than mine will. But I prefer a dog that's not open on track.
Yep.
I don't mind hunting with theirs, but I don't want mine doing it. You know, you got a few of them that's a little loose on the tree. They may make 20-yard circles or 20 feet circles out from the tree. You may want one that's tight on the wood.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just little stuff like that, and that's how you don't. That's where this type dogs you get.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. That makes it's like the same thing with the hog dogs.
Yeah, there's quirks in dogs that I don't want to have to break and shouldn't have to break.
Yeah. Like you go with somebody like the people that you get started out with or you go hunting with, that's usually kind of way you follow suit when you begin.
Right.
You know, so you're like, well, I hunted with Clay. I had the same style dogs as Clay. You know, I had some of his dogs later on. Then I had most of his stuff later on.
Right.
You know, it was passed down to me, and I'm very thankful for that. And then I went with some other guys, and I seen the different style dog. And I was like, man, I like this.
That's right.
And I hunted like that for a little bit. Then I was like, nah, I'm better suited for what I started out with.
Right.
And it works for me.
Right.
But I've hunted with people, they can't stand the way I hunt. Right. They hate it.
That's right.
We catch hogs.
You're happy with it, ain't you?
Yeah, it works for me. I feed them.
That's right. You feed them.
Yep. And I hunt with other people.
What do you feed them?
Showtime, baby. That's it. That's the only thing we're feeding around here.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yep. And look, that's another plug out there to Showtime Dog Food. We're handling it now. And I ain't saying that just to sell dog food, but this man right here, he's fed Victor.
Fed Victor. I
fed Value Pack, all kind of stuff. And
you name it.
He just started with the Showtime though.
And I like it. My dogs like it.
We haven't had any complaints about people, their dogs not wanting to eat it, that they didn't like it. So apparently it's a pretty good feed.
Well, I had a dog years ago wouldn't eat turnip greens either until about that third day.
Yeah.
They'll usually eat about anything.
Yeah, they'll learn.
Yeah, they'll learn.
Talking about going back to the hunting with other people and making it work with those kind of dogs that don't suit you. What would you who would you say you hunt the most with? Like Barney probably?
I hunt.
You and Barney hunt most
me
together?
and Barney hunt more together than anybody I hunt with. There's no doubt.
What dog you like? What Penny?
Penny's the dog he hunts the most.
Now how's she different from what you hunt?
Barney don't like fooling with puppies as much, young dogs as much as I do. So when he gets one, he keeps them.
Yeah, forever.
Well, yeah, Penny should be turning 4 or 5 this year, and he's just now going to be starting another younger dog.
Yeah, most of the time by that time you've done two more.
Yeah, I've done cold one.
You've got another one almost about finished out.
Right.
2 year old. That's some gun doing it.
Yeah,
everything.
I try to keep it within about a 2 year spacing of my dogs. I like the way Penny hunts. She opens on track a little bit in the mornings, which when there's a lot of scent on the ground, it's hard for a dog not to in the morning, early mornings.
We had one this morning screaming.
Yeah.
And I mean, she yips, but this morning, buddy, she was on it, but it was mist and rain all morning.
Well, Molly, if you ever noticed, was open on track in the mornings too. She was the same way, but it don't bother me as much as it does him. That's why I really like her. Yeah. It tickles me to watch him be mad at her because she's opening up on track.
The old Barney,
it drives him crazy.
He don't like it, dude.
But when you get to the tree and the squirrels there, I really don't care. As far as me.
Yeah, I mean it's one of those deals where that's the job. The dog done the job.
That's right.
It doesn't. The process can be different.
I've hunted with people that they say, "Well, that dog's open on track." Yeah, okay. Well, it's running game off. I said, "Really?" Yeah, it's running game. I said, "Well, what do they do when they tree?"
They're barking the whole time.
I said, "They're barking when they're treeing." I said, "Well,
it's just like with the bait dog."
And then once they tree, you squirrel out, and you send them again. Well, you reckon it run the game off? Why it was treed? I mean, I don't understand that. Sometimes it does get aggravating.
Yeah.
And
to them, yeah. Well, let me ask you.
Goes old saying this way, gets you more dog.
Exactly. I hear you. All right. Well, let me ask you a question on that. All right. This will be from out of your comfort zone, but it's still in the same realm. Bay dogs for hogs. Well, you know what a bay dog does? It gets runs a hog, gets the hog stopped, controls the hog.
Right.
You don't want it to put too much pressure on it. You want to stand back and bay.
Right.
Do you think that a silent dog that does not open on track at all has a better chance of finding that hog and baying that hog and controlling that hog, or one that opens on track?
Silent dog, absolutely. But you're talking about the difference in the game too. Your game runs out, mine runs up.
Yeah. No, that's what I said. I was just asking what your thoughts were on it.
Right.
I like silent dogs. I mean,
I agree with you.
I know guys
on hogs. Well, like I told you,
open hounds, and they catch the hell out of hogs.
Well, it's like I told you, we bay hogs. We bay some hogs every year.
Oh yeah.
Well, if we're baying hogs and we're baying them within 200 or 300 yards, you have dogs that go
2 or 3 miles. Yeah, if they need to.
I don't want Barney's dog bayed one last year before I could get my gun loaded out of the boat. She already had one bait, but she didn't open on track. She was on top of the hog before it had any time to go anywhere.
Well, that day we was down there, we had Penny and Bo, wasn't it? Or was it that?
Yeah, and Foxy.
And Foxy. And they had one and went down there at Bo. I think that was probably first time he had seen. Was it the first time he'd seen a hog?
Probably so.
Because then you wound up killing. He shot one out of his mouth.
No, that was the second time. I killed one
Yeah, that's
when
right.
he wasn't but 9 months old. I shot one out of his mouth.
When that pig come by us, he took off, but he never said a word. That's when I told Boog then. He was like, you was hot.
Yeah, I was
You was
mad.
hot.
I took a lot of hunt out of that dog.
Hey, that son of a gun had that hog stopped. That pig was running wide open, and I've watched the whole process. And I think it was 280 yards on the Garmin.
Yeah.
And he had him stopped and was hammering down over there. I said, look at that. I told Jerrod, I was like, oh, he can go with me. I said, I put him to work because I took a lot of yip. He was just right.
I took a lot of hunt out of him that day too.
Yeah. You did.
Because I didn't want that.
But
I learned.
How is he as a squirrel dog though?
he's a good squirrel dog, but he lacks in a lot of things because of things I've done.
Mm-hmm.
It's on me. It ain't on him.
I got you.
Because he was a very, very gamey dog. Probably.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was extremely.
He
gamey.
wanted to put teeth on something.
It didn't matter. Deer, hog, coon,
it did
squirrel,
not matter.
He didn't care.
He would have made a phenomenal hog dog, I think. But that wasn't
he
what
would have.
That wasn't what his purpose was.
I should have probably just give him to you.
But he was still
day.
the one that was kind of
he was
standoffish
still young.
a little bit too, though.
Well, yeah, and I've got another dog. All them Nicholson males that I have is that way. I don't know why. The females don't do that.
No, that's what I mean.
But the males, for some reason, are that way. And
when we went up there to Kentucky, all them females was out there, all them brood bitches and stuff. Man, they were just loving on you, wanted petting. Them male dogs, he's like, "No, we all right, buddy. You just stay over there."
Yeah, they did. And
even the puppies was like it.
Yeah.
Remember them pups that was up in that pen? We got that yellow dog that day?
Yeah, that was actually a female dog too.
Yeah, because she would come out. Them male pups would just kind of look at you.
Yeah.
Like they didn't run away, but they didn't.
They didn't run to you.
They sure wouldn't run into you.
Well, I don't want to fool with a dog that don't want to be with me either.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
agree. All right, with the squirrel hunting stuff, there's a lot of people, and I know it's probably one of those back and forth things sometimes with different hunters on what kind of weapon do you use? What's your weapon of choice? I know you use everything, but
mine's a 12 gauge.
All right, we had to take a little pause for the calls there for a second. We got a new technician in the house too.
You gonna tell the truth that they couldn't handle all this ugliness and it broke the camera?
That's what it was. We got a new tech in the house now, not just our employee of the month.
Yeah,
Hunter. He's our new countdown guy too.
Yeah,
this cat's bad. We're gonna get him on here in just a few minutes. Well, we left off with about what's your weapon of choice when you're squirrel hunting. You said 12 gauge.
Yeah, 12 gauge.
So, when I grew up, there's my dad. That son of a gun. He shot an open sight 22. I mean, squirrels running. It didn't matter. He'd cut down on them like. And he wasn't scared to shoot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get a little nervous as far as, like ammo shortage or something. Is that
with me?
yeah. Look,
anybody that's ever been in the woods with me knows that I one shot, one kill kind of guy. No. I don't waste no bullets or nothing.
That's one shot, one kill.
Yeah, I can promise you this: whoever's cutting that timber ain't gonna like it.
No, I guarantee you. You go hunting with this rascal here. First time I ever went with him, I think I brought 2 boxes of shells. No, I think 1 box of shells. And you looked and you said, well, are you going to shoot anything?
Yeah.
And I didn't, and honestly, I wasn't. I was like, no. I said, Nate's going to shoot. I said, I'm just here with it. Just come watch dogs and all that. Let me tell you, when he opened up on the tree, there wasn't even a squirrel.
Well, it just wasn't moving
but
yet.
The squirrel, I was going to say, we hadn't even seen the squirrel. And he's like, I'll make you move. And son, he started about midways up and cleared the limbs. And lo and behold, the poor old squirrel come out, throwed his hands up.
That's right.
He said, here I am.
That's right. But you know what that is, though? That's confidence in your dogs that they got.
Because it's there.
That's right. I'll spend the money.
Yeah. I don't know. How much ammo do you go through a season, you think?
Not that much. That's 8 or 9 flats a year.
Yeah. Not 8 or 9 boxes.
No, flats.
Yeah.
Cases.
Yeah.
Yeah, cases.
So,
and I've cut back a lot.
Yeah.
I really have.
Y'all kill, how many squirrels y'all kill a year?
We try to range around 300-400 a year.
Okay. That's a lot of tree rats.
Yeah, we get to hunt about every other week or so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Well,
y'all really don't hunt that much.
Yeah, if we was retired or whatever, it'd be pretty bad.
Yeah, y'all. I mean, like I said, when y'all hunt, you hunt.
Right.
But
we also have we have big groups. There'll be 4 or 5 people.
Yeah.
You know.
But y'all, I mean, when y'all go like that with that's how many guys are there with their dogs. So you'll have what, 4 or 5 dogs.
We try to be 4 or less.
Yeah.
If there's going to be more than 4 dogs, we'll try to split it up 2 groups or something because it just gets too much to handle.
Well, that's what I was thinking too, because I haven't hunted with that many dogs at one time before squirrel hunting. You know,
right?
I think probably 3 dogs is about the most we've took out.
Right.
I want to say 3 is about it. And
if there's more than 3 of us going, we kind of have a unwritten rule. We bring 1 dog.
Yeah, you don't.
It don't matter if you've got it. Yeah, you make a decision. You bring your young dog you're going to start, or you bring your old dog. We're not going to run 6, 7 dogs and 4 or 5 people
because it's taking so much away from the dogs.
It's chaos.
Yeah, it's one dog might be, like you said, temperamental, and the other one might be a little more laid back. One that's laid back, he's just gonna be like, well, I just sit there and let them do the work. Temperamental dog moving, hollering, and carrying on.
It don't matter how broke you break your dogs. When you got 6, 7 dogs and you shoot a squirrel out, and one of them gets it. Well,
oh yeah,
they're not really fighting over it, but they don't want the other dog to have it.
Yeah.
So
they liable to take off running.
Then you're in a chase trying to get the squirrel out of their mouth. Well, you're wasting time.
Yeah. And that's one thing I know going hunting with you is, like, you hunt fast.
Yeah, we hunt pretty fast.
It's not, I mean, I'm not going to say it's not leisure or pleasure hunting, because it is. It's fun.
Right.
But like going from tree to tree, we don't mosey around.
Well, we don't stand there 15, 20 minutes searching trees either.
No.
That's why I waste shells.
Exactly. You go up there, if we don't spot that squirrel pretty damn quick, I mean, somebody starts busting bark, get him to move, timber out, or bust him, whatever you got to do.
That's right.
Get him to move, get it knocked out. And by that time, we got him in the back, put him in our sack, and the dogs are gone.
Dogs are gone to the next.
And if you're in a good location, good population, go to the next one and get him, and just keep doing it. Like I said, I walked I've
been on hunts, and in 2 hours we've killed 30-something squirrels.
Yeah,
I mean
that's a lot.
Well, we was going literally. The squirrel wouldn't hit the ground, and you was going to the next tree. It was just nonstop. It's kind of tiring.
Oh, I imagine
so. It really kind of tiring. You can't handle much more. I can't. I'm too fat.
Well, it's a lot of, just like you said, from this one to that one and that, just constantly.
But it all depends on the area you're in too. If the game ain't there, then your hunts ain't gonna go that way.
Exactly. And how often do you find a spot like that? It's just that has a population, and how well do they hold that population? Can you go back year after year? Or
we've got 5, 6, 7 places that we hunt, and we hunt them at certain times of the year, each one of them, and we go back year after year after year, and we kill numbers of squirrels.
That's what I was curious about.
Now we've been on hunts. We've had a couple groups together, and collectively we would kill 90-something squirrels in a day in that area.
Man, that's a lot. And
before anybody gets mad, we had enough people to cover the limit, you know. But
that's what I'm saying. I mean, like I said, y'all do a lot of bigger group hunts. Not a lot, but y'all do put them on. Yeah, we
stay pretty well legit on all that stuff too.
And I mean, what do y'all do with a lot of them squirrels and stuff?
Most of them we give them to people. There's people that we call, because a lot of places we hunt are far away from our house. But we got people that we call, and they'll meet us anywhere to get them because they want them.
Y'all kill quite a few coons during the daytime.
Yes, and then they get to eat too. We don't waste nothing. Because if I don't find somebody to give it to, I bring it home, I clean it myself, and I eat it. We don't waste game.
Yeah, there ain't no sense in all that. Yeah. I tell you, for years and years, we've tried to drag out every pig that we can drag out.
Right.
And there's been a few instances where
you can't do it.
It can't happen. Like we're so far deep and remote, and you got this boar hog, he really ain't going to be fit to eat.
Right.
Because he's, it ain't like a squirrel.
Right.
You got 300 pounds here, and you got to hoof it out. So a lot of times we just, cut the head, take the skull if somebody wants for a trophy or whatever, or it still don't go to waste. I mean, our ecosystem is working constantly.
That's
so
right.
You got
That's right.
all your varmints and predators, they get to
They got to eat too.
They get to eat too.
They
So
got to eat too.
kind of the same deal there. So, do you ever hunt with a 22 rifle in? We're talking about
I
shotgun.
If I was going to still hunt, now when I was growing up, Dad wouldn't let me carry nothing but a 22.
Mm-hmm.
Still hunt. Now dogs is a little different story.
Yeah.
And I'm grown too, so I can carry what I want to.
Yeah, there you go. What kind 12 gauge you shooting?
I carry Beretta now.
Nelly didn't.
I did.
Would you shoot Nelly?
I did.
Well, you had a bunch
Yeah.
of different ones.
Yeah, I did. I don't like them. So
You
I don't
don't
have
like
them.
it? What about that old 1100? Remington 1100.
I toted one for years. Probably one of the toughest shotguns made,
I like
without a doubt.
They're tough.
But
I don't know about any newer
they
stuff,
also about like toting a Mack truck on your shoulder all the way through the woods.
Oh, yeah. It's there.
They're heavy guns, and after the older you get, the fatter you get. That's when you start.
Ain't no doubt about that.
You start getting lighter guns, and I ain't gonna say more efficient because I didn't really have no trouble out of them.
Try to get easier.
Easier.
Make it easier.
Yeah, easier.
That like you said,
I do like a Beretta though. Me personally, I like them.
I don't think it's a whole
I
lot
got
of
some friends that
differences.
hunt with Winchester. I got friends still hunt with 1100s.
Yeah.
But they're all old 1100s.
Yeah, I was thinking to say they stopped making them a long time ago.
Well, I think they still make them, but I don't
thought
think
they made,
the
was it
quality. I don't know about
1187?
the quality. Yeah, they went to 1187.
I don't know. I mean,
Yes.
I don't really know a whole lot on that, on shotguns. We've been running the Stogers. Nate shooting
Well,
Stoker.
that's Benelli, Beretta,
Yeah, I was thinking to say they all seem like they're the same thing.
Stoker. They're all made by Beretta.
Yeah.
So
I mean, like I said, to me, the end result's the same. That's all that matters.
it's kind of like dogs. It's a personal preference.
It's a personal preference.
There's good guns in all of them.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to talk about guns, there's good dogs in all of them. Most time it's bad trainers or bad handlers.
I agree with that. I think it's about 90% of the time it's human error.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Because it's like you said, the ego that we have to lay on our dogs for them to tote around for us. We should be ashamed of ourselves most of the time.
Right.
Like yesterday, I was in there talking about some of my dogs, and I wasn't trying to brag on them or nothing, but I was just saying, this is what I expect of them. And in all reality, they're a dog.
That's right.
I mean,
That's right.
Are they going to be perfect every time? No. And then we go places and you turn the dog out, there ain't nothing happening. Mm-hmm. Then you're like, man, I don't know why that dog can do it. I don't know why it's this. I don't know why. Well, I'll tell you why, because ain't nothing there.
Right.
Move on.
Right.
If that dog, and that dog knows its job and it's a good dog, you turn it loose and it goes a little ways, mills around, comes back, just go ahead and move.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I mean, I'm not saying I don't know if it's right. I'm just saying what works for us.
Right.
And so trust your dog.
Well,
don't worry
you
about
got
what
dogs.
you think.
Well, you got dogs that's finished dogs.
Mm-hmm.
You turn them loose, Joey, and you know as well as I do. They go out 600, 700, 800 yards, however far y'all hunt, and then they come back. Well,
Ain't nothing there.
Did they run a hog 2 days ago? Yeah. Are they capable of catching a hog? Yeah. Same as my dogs.
Yep.
Well, guess what? If they didn't do it this time, probably ain't nothing moving.
That's exactly what it is.
That's kind of how I go. Molly, she was the world's worst. 400 was her limit. She'd go 400 yards. If she circled back, she'd come back. And the tree you're leaning on, she's going to lie on that tree. She's going to tree on it. She's going to lie, and you can load her up and go to the house because there's nothing moving right there.
She just wanted, she wanted that reward.
That's right.
That's what they're after, to please us.
That's right.
Just to get that reward.
That's right.
So, but it's, what, you got any good hunting stories?
No, we don't talk about it.
Huh? What do you mean? You ain't got nothing good like you and Barn and Caleb or none of them? We don't want to talk about Caleb Smith. He ain't no count anyway.
We don't want
he hunts them yellow dogs.
Well, I can't say nothing. I hunt them yellow dogs.
I know you got a yellow dog now. Yeah.
I hate yellow dogs.
I
hate yellow dogs. Guess what? I own a yellow dog.
Yeah.
That kind of goes into that. Well, it kind of goes into that training.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You don't like it, you ain't gonna have it. Well, you're gonna eat crow.
Yeah, I agree.
Same way with dogs. I mean,
like what you asked me earlier, you said you got a lot of cur dogs now. I was like, no,
Yeah.
not really, but I do. I didn't.
Yeah, you used to never have none until I started giving you some, and that's some first ones you'd got.
Yep,
Now
exactly.
you've realized
the error of my ways. Is that what you're gonna say?
Well,
no,
I ain't gonna say that.
They're good dogs.
They got their purpose.
They got their purpose.
They've got their purpose, and I don't reckon I hate yellow dogs. It's just everybody hunt with has yellow dogs.
Yep.
I like brindle and black dogs.
I do
All
too.
my dogs are brindle and black, except for this one I've got now. And
I know some of them old curs. I mean,
and if
they look almost like a plot, you know.
If this one here continues on like she's going, then I'll have to eat a lot of crow.
She's showing out.
She really is at the age that she is and all. I mean, 7 months old, she's going out trim by herself. And I know you see this on Facebook, this, that, and other, but
yeah,
like I said, that's not typical of the dogs that I have, and she was doing. My boy shot his first squirrel out too, and I never showed this dog. Third time she'd ever even been in the woods. She treated it. He shoots it out. She picks it up and brings it to him.
Really,
I never showed her that. That's just something she's.
It's pretty good there.
So yeah, they'll make you feel about 2 inches tall sometimes.
That's a lot of potential in that dog.
So she's got potential now. It's up to me not to run her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the older I get, the more I learn that yeah, I'm the one running most of these dogs. Yeah. And you're welcome that you ended up some good hog dogs cause of it.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, like you said, it's one of those deals where you come to the conclusion, you're like, well, maybe I just need to let the dogs do their thing.
Yeah.
And that's me. I'm not going to say it was a hard thing, but it took me a while to just say, well, I could just trust the dogs and just stay out of the way and let them do the work instead of me trying to guide them in a direction. Now, as a pup or something like that, it was different. But once they get
as far as training a dog, Joe would put a handle on a dog. That you can train a dog.
Yeah.
You can put a handle on that dog. You can teach that dog to load. You can teach that dog to leash. You can teach that dog to come here when you call it.
Mm-hmm.
And things of that nature. Those are things you can teach it. You cannot put hunt drive in a dog. I don't care what you do.
I
You will not put hunt drive in a dog. And you cannot make that dog tree if it's not a tree dog. You can't make it run a hog if it ain't a hog dog. It's going to do what it's going to do.
100%.
And that's just like I've seen people get rid of dogs because some of them say competition hunters. And they'll say this is a good tree dog, but it's not a competition dog. Well, that goes by style of what they want. People want.
Mm-hmm.
And me personally, I want meat dogs. I don't care if it goes 600, 700, 800 yards in trees and all that. I want
something with the meat.
I want something pleasurable. I really do. I don't want, and I don't competition hunt.
Yeah. Well, as far as I know, I don't know if have you ever?
I've been to one. And actually we didn't even hunt. I think my boy put that puppy.
Yeah.
In a treeing contest. You come in second place. I mean,
well, good deal. Now they got that.
It's kind of got him hooked now, and that's why
he's wanting to do it now.
Yeah, now we got to go to a kimmer hunt in the spring or in the last day of September.
Yeah, I was going to say the last weekend of September.
Got to go to the kimmer hunt. And,
who's that? Is that a national association hunt or is that a state deal or a registry event? I mean, I don't know how.
It'd be a registry event. It'd have to be a kimmer dog.
Okay.
As far as a national hunt, I don't know if they got slim on their hunts, so I don't know. They did 2 hunts this year.
Yeah.
That I'm aware of, and they'll eventually get built back up doing more.
Oh yeah, and seeing that's
and there's probably going to be a plug for that hunt. There's going to be a lot of stuff for the kids. I mean, there's going to be a lot.
No, we want to plug it. Plug
it. I mean, there's going to be a lot of stuff there for the kids. I'd never even been to competition hunts until I went to one back in the spring with my son, and really was impressed with the amount of stuff that the Kimmer Association tries to do for the kids and everything. They want them to. This particular one here, they're going to have a youth coon hunt. They're going to have a youth squirrel hunt, and all that for the youth.
Caleb said I think Caleb picked up a couple of rifles the other day. Are they going to give them away for prizes or raffling them off? Or
I think there's 5 or 6 guns now that'll be given away, and most of them's going to the kids.
Really?
Or towards to the youth, you know.
Yeah. 15 years old and younger, or is there age?
I'm gonna
what's the
say
age
it's
limit?
gonna be 15 and younger.
That's what I would think.
I don't.
Once you're old enough to drive to a hunt,
Yeah, you kind of need to be competing with the bigger guys, I would think.
I would. If I was that age,
when I was 16 years old, I mean, you're not going to tell me how much better your dog is than mine.
Yeah,
you know,
why would I want to go against a 10-year-old kid, if I'm 16?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with the competition either way.
That's right.
I'm saying if you have the opportunity to step up, then
I agree with you 100%.
You turn that around this way a little bit. But it's on that, where's that hunt going to be located at, Jerrod?
Over towards Winfield,
Alabama.
That's right.
If there's you got any kind of information if somebody wanted to
I can get on
contact
Kimmer
them.
page on Facebook. I'll find it there.
We all heard that, folks. If you're interested, y'all want to go check that out or whatever, get on the Kimmer Association page on Facebook and check it out and look.
Or they can call Van Roberts. They can call Gene Montgomery. They'll get all that. Caleb Smith.
Yeah.
Any of them people they can get their information from.
That's right. And if somebody is interested, just comment or send us a message or whatever, and we'll relay it to you.
That's right.
Any support, there is welcome. Yeah. I guarantee you.
Well, our associate, the squirrel hunting, hog hunting, deer hunting with dogs and stuff. Look, if people don't start coming together, you're not going to have none of it. Bottom line.
1,000%.
People can argue it. They can say, well, you're a deer hunter and I'm a hog hunter. And we're not. Look, if you hunt dogs, you better come together.
Yep. Well, that's what we're trying to do right here.
Well, just because I don't like old stinking hog dog don't mean I ain't supporting.
That's right. I agree 100%.
You hunt dogs. You hunt with dogs.
There's Todd Sellers. I talked with him the other day, and they're starting they've got the SKC started up, Superior Kennel Club, and they're doing a lot for the youth coon hunt.
Right.
And they're putting on a lot of hunts, and they're gonna have it to where, if I'm not mistaken, and I need to verify all this with Todd, and I'll get in touch with him, but I want to say that he said every state that coon hunted, they would have a big hunt, and a youth would be a representative from that state, and they would have that hunt. And they would send one from each state that qualified to the nationals.
Okay,
and it's paid for.
Right.
For these kids, for the youth.
So you better get your kids into it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Which all of yours is. I mean,
$20, and we all need to join it. I told him I was going to do it this weekend, and I'm going to. I'm going to write that down right now. I'm going to get Nate to set me and him up with a SKC. I got the information. I think it's like $20. You can join it, and when you join, that pays for your son to hunt a hunt.
So is this a registry to where you join, or you hunt whatever dog you got?
As far as we'll look more into it when we get done with this. We're going to check in a lot more of it, and I'll give you Todd's info and stuff if you want to check into it.
Right.
Because I know you coon hunt stuff too.
Right.
But like I said, like I don't really coon hunt, but because I joined this register,
because
they run dogs.
That's right.
Yeah, they gonna get my support. That's regardless. Right. And so because of our support, there might be a youngin' out here that's just getting started, and mom and dad ain't got quite enough money to send him on to do that. Well, that my money's gonna sponsor his hunt.
That's right.
Because I joined.
That's right.
It's like having a guest at the hunting club.
That's right.
I think it's great.
Well,
we need to support it.
You need to do more for the kids.
Yeah.
People does. Spend more time with them in the woods.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying.
I agree 100%, 1,000%. So, speaking of kids, we got one right here.
You want to come over here, son?
You want to come over here and
talk to Mr. Joey a little bit? Come on around here.
Come around here.
Come on around here.
This is my employee of the month, Hunter, right here. Sit right there today.
Here, sit on my knee and you can talk into the microphone.
Yeah, sit right there and talk to that microphone. Tell us your name and how old you are.
I'm Hunter McDonald, and I'm 9 years old.
Where are you from?
Nauvoo, Alabama.
Hey, what I'm talking about. Nauvoo, Alabama. What kind of dogs you got, Hunter?
Most of them are cur.
Yeah. The good stuff. What all do you hunt with the dogs?
I hunt deer. No,
Not with the dogs,
No,
but
with
you
the
do
dog.
hunt deer.
Well,
you do deer hunt.
you just tell us what all you hunt. Tell us
hunt whatever you want
say.
to.
There ain't no wrong answer on none of this, buddy.
Yeah.
We hunt. Me and my dad, we hunt squirrel, coon. That's about the only thing we hunt.
So we'll try possum too.
We'll try
Oh, you ain't supposed to tell that, boy. You ain't supposed to tell no possum tree.
Oh, yeah.
We just playing. So, what's your favorite dog?
The Dot. Her name's Dot. She's the one that I won the training contest with.
Oh,
Yeah.
so that's your competition dog.
So that's $high Dot.
High dollar Dot.
That's right.
Boy, that thing, but she'll be on fire here before too long. Squirrel season gets started.
September 15th,
I
I
was going to
believe.
say we ain't got but a few
According to
weeks.
the book.
We ain't got but a few weeks. That'd be around about the time the old Shankathon #2 is taking place and ramping
Yeah,
up.
when is that? Well, that
It's gonna
starts
start
the 9th.
September 9th through the 17th.
I thought.
Yeah. And some of these guys that was in here earlier today, and I want to say how much we appreciate y'all guys coming down to the store. Keoki Figueroa, Van Figueroa, and Caleb Trey, they came down and purchased some stuff, and we talked about the hunt a little bit. And they were like, "Man, it's a whole week long." I'm like, "We just got to hunt." They want to have a little shorter hunt, so we're gonna have to work a format
Well,
out
that's
on that.
the 9th through the 17th. That's what nearly a week and a half.
Well, yeah, you got plenty of time. You can take a
Yeah.
break.
Yeah.
But now there's gonna be some of them guys that ain't.
Well, if you get
We have-
600-pound hog, then you ain't got to take a break.
Yeah,
You
that's
just
all.
take
Yeah,
off,
you just
know.
take off. Yeah, that's it. Hunter, what do you think? You ain't even got to go hog hunting with dogs yet, have you? You need to go with us.
No, I haven't even been hog hunting yet.
You
That's
have?
right.
I've seen them. I seen them kill a hog before.
Actually, I think you was down there in Demopolis with us when,
Yeah,
when we bade one hog down there.
yeah.
How long?
yeah.
How long you been squirrel hunting, Hunter? How old was you? I know since you was 4 years old for sure.
I was like warning you, and my dad was carrying me on my.
I've got pictures of you probably 2 or 3 year old in the dog's tree and me have to throw you up on my shoulders to get to the tree quick enough.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
yeah,
And I was
Yeah,
just
and
carrying
went with
around
Joe.
a BB gun, and
that's right. And now you got big guns.
Yeah. What are you shooting now? What?
I'm gonna start shooting
20 gauge.
20 gauge.
Believe you're going to try 20 gauge this year.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking
Well,
about.
you're going to have to man up.
That's right.
Yeah.
I was shooting a 410 last year.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's a nice little 410. I like that. That's what I shot when I was a kid for years and years. That old 410.
Yeah. Yeah. You
So-
super excited about squirrel season? Are you?
Oh yeah, I'm so excited. I'm about to pass out. I'm so excited.
That's what I'm
Really?
talking
That's what
about.
I'm talking about.
Hell, you got me excited. That's
Yeah.
what I
I'm
like.
ready to go shoot something now.
Yeah. Look at him. Folks, I wish y'all could be right here and see. I know y'all can see on the video, but I wish y'all could just sit right here and just feel the energy this boy's got about these dogs in the hunt. He
Oh,
loves it.
He does.
He loves it. And you know why? Because his daddy took him hunting. That's why he loves it.
Well, he
And
used
his mama does too.
he deer hunted with his mom until he got big enough to actually walk in the woods and go to the big woods.
Yeah.
Well, last year, this past season was first year you got to go down to some what we call the big woods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now these small
Going
1
on
hour,
the trips,
2 hour
yeah.
hunts, he could go on them, but these all day hunts is
Yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah, he's
A lot
got
of
big enough
walking.
now. Yeah, well, he's big enough now. He can handle.
I've been on hunts where we have a little section in the morning, and then we have a little section in the night, in the evening.
That's right.
Yeah.
And we'll
So we stop for dinner, won't we?
stop for dinner, and then we'll go, and it'll be like maybe like 2, 3 o'clock.
Yeah,
Maybe
you're
like
about right.
2 or 3 o'clock, and we'll hunt till like 5 or so, and then we'll get our squirrel. Then we'll get all our game in the vehicle. Maybe take a picture.
Mhm.
Yeah, we like taking pictures of them.
Yeah,
don't
we take pictures of squirrels all the time when we hunt. Like before, like we sometimes take pictures. And the drive. We have to wake up. Me personally, I have to wake up at like 3:30 in the morning to go hunt.
That's right. Dad's already been going, hasn't he? He's had to load the dogs.
My dad woke up. My dad wakes up at like maybe
Three.
maybe 2:50.
Yeah.
2:50 and maybe it'll be like an hour before I wake up.
Yeah.
We gotta get the dogs ready.
He's got to get everything lined up and ready. It won't be too much longer, and you'll be doing that.
Yeah, I can't wait till you start getting the dogs lined up and you get all that. Dad sleeps
it's
in about
wonderful.
3:30. Oh, is it?
Yes,
Is
it's
it?
wonderful.
To where you sleep till 3:30 and they got
Yeah.
all that ready in the truck,
Yeah.
warmed up, ready to go.
That youngest one of mine, he said something not long ago. He's like, well, dang, I got to do all the work. I said, well, who you think did all the work for all the years before that?
That's right.
And he was like, Nathan. I said, that ain't true. Nathan and Joe did it.
Yeah,
I just
you
stood
better
there
not leave
and
Joe
talked.
out of it now. You can't leave
man,
Joe out.
Hunter, what, are you ready for deer season yet? You like deer hunting too?
I love it. But the one thing I hate about it is sitting in that shooting house for
All day.
5 to 6 hours.
Yep.
Sitting there.
That's why I like running dogs. It's
I guess
action.
why he's got a little bit more into dogs.
Yeah, it's a lot of action.
Lot more action.
And it get kids interested.
Yeah.
Like I said, especially the squirrel hunt, rabbit hunting.
Yes.
Boy, I love that.
There's nothing like a bunch of shooting.
Yeah.
And you ain't got to be quiet.
Hey, I think when Sam said the second or third weekend of the dove season, they're gonna do one up there at his spot. Well, up there on the farm.
Okay.
Been a lot of birds up there so far, a lot. But they clear cut all the backside of our hunt club. Like I said, if we could get over there and find him on the spot and shoot the birds.
Now I just gotta get a gun. I just gotta get my BB gun out and just set up some targets and target practice.
What are you gonna shoot a BB gun for?
Get some practice in.
Just
Yeah.
to practice?
Just practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite gun to shoot?
Maybe my 410.
Yeah.
410 is my favorite gun to shoot.
Now is it a pump?
Yeah, it's a pump.
He said, yeah, it's a pump. Like it
Tell him
ain't
what
nothing
kind
else.
it is. He wants to know.
What is it?
Mossberg.
Mossberg.
Yeah.
What I'm talking about, the Model 500 Mossberg.
No. That's a little smaller.
Oh, that's a little smaller one. Okay, it's a youth. Oh yeah, I remember that.
That's that little used gun.
That little
It ain't
Bantam.
nothing
Yeah, that
like
little
Bantam.
Bantam.
Oh,
That dude's bad. Right?
It
I
is.
took that son of a gun around.
coon hunting stuff is great.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
Dad knows about that.
My dad calls them Rios, like the big shells. The Rios.
Yeah. Well, we shoot a lot of Rios.
I'm not sure my shells
Most
What
of
is
them's Federals.
Federals.
Yeah.
Federals.
You like them Federals? Which one you like the best?
You shooting them 410s, buddy, it's pretty much whatever we can find right
Yeah,
now.
it's fixing to say-
I really don't care what kind they are. It's
Exactly.
what we can find.
We had
That's one reason you're going to a 20 gauge this year because we can't really find the 410 shells.
yeah, I mean they
hard
shoot.
to come across.
Yeah, I was gonna say they hard to get around.
And if he shot like I did, we'd
Oh,
be bankrupt.
Be out of luck then.
Yeah, we'd have to sell the dogs just buy shells
Mm-hmm.
or give them away.
How'd your little puppy Dot?
Now, wait a minute. Correct him before you start that. Say R.
Our puppy.
R puppy.
Our puppy.
That's what he used to tell me when I got her.
Yeah.
I'd say, I got me a new dog. He said, no, we got a new dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how old she is? By any chance?
She turned the 1 July the 13th. 11. She's 11.
One day after your birthday.
Okay, so she turned 1 July 13th. Well, hey, I commend you for that because I don't know when my dogs were born, most of them. I had to go look at papers and stuff. So, son, you're doing a good job. No, I mean, literally, for real, knowing
he knows.
knowing the dates. She got a pretty good handle on her.
So not really. Not really, but we're going to really do a lot of correcting on that this year.
Working on her, huh?
That's right.
So are you excited to go with that Kimmer hunt they're going to have? Are you going to hunt in it?
I'll try. I might have to wake up at I have to start waking up at 3 o'clock every morning.
Yeah, get prep. You got to get ready, get prepared for it.
Yeah.
But it's only in Winfield, and it's only maybe a 30-minute ride, 30 minutes to drive and stuff.
Fine. Well, he's accurate on it.
Oh, yeah.
He knows his stuff.
Look, he's done looked it up. He knows.
He's studying on it.
Yeah. Well, anybody that sell dog food, the man that owns the dog food bag.
Exactly.
I mean, he does his homework.
What kind of dog food you liking now?
Showtime.
Yeah, there it is.
Showtime dog food.
That's
You want to tell them
right.
about it?
They sell it right here.
At Dixie Doggers.
That's
Yeah.
right. Employee of the month.
That's it. That's my man right there. I'm gonna tell you, he loves coming down here. Every weekend.
I believe we've been in here every weekend.
You've been
since
down here
y'all
as much as I've been here.
Been down here every weekend. We'll come from church and Dad, we're going by Joey's shop. We're going by Joey's shop. And they start asking, we're going by Nate's shop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
Nate's the boss.
Yeah, Nate's the boss.
I just work here with you.
That's right.
That's all it is. So, well, you got anything you want to ask or talk about right quick before we cut this one off? We've been talking on here for a pretty good little while
too
now.
long.
Your dad's done got wore out and tired over there and told him I am too.
That's because I'm old.
They sell T-shirts. We sell T-shirts. We sell hats, collars, and anything, and hog dog vests.
Yes.
And anything you can.
Who makes them hog dog vests?
Southern Cross Cut Gear.
Southern Cross Cut Gear. Is that what they are?
Southern Cross Cut Gear equipment.
Yes.
And just come.
Come by and check us
Come
out.
by and check us out.
There you go. Hey, look at
There
it.
you go.
Look, we just made a commercial. I ain't even had to tell him nothing.
No,
This is amazing. That's what I'm talking about. He's full time, guys.
ain't no doubt.
That's
Ain't
exactly
no
right.
doubt.
We're gonna have you live, big and in charge too, buddy.
Yeah,
I guarantee
it won't be long in all these podcasts to be the Hunter and Joey show.
That's
won't it?
right. Hey, we had a youngster we carried last weekend down there in Demopolis, down there about where we go squirrel hunting.
Yeah,
at.
yeah.
We went hog hunting, and he was 11 years old. He's never done it with dogs like that, never hog
Right.
hunted. His dad said that had been his. It's all he'd talked about since he was like 5
Well, that's
years old.
because he ain't been squirrel hunting yet.
His name is Micah Battles, and I want to throw a shout out to Micah. Me and that young man right there, we had us a time, buddy.
Yeah, wait till he goes squirrel hunting.
Oh,
He'll
yeah.
throw rocks to them hog dogs.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that, but I guarantee you he'd be ready to go.
I
He'd give it a
guarantee
try.
you.
And, getting to shoot that much.
You wouldn't believe the kids that we take hunting. Oh, I kind of want to go squirrel hunting. I really like deer hunting.
Yeah.
Until the day,
That's it.
hey, Dad, I don't want to go deer hunting.
Can we get a
no more.
squirrel dog?
Yeah, can we get a squirrel dog?
Yep. Oh yeah. I carried Braden last year. We took Foxy out, and that's
You need to hunt her.
I thought he was going to lose his mind. Well, we're running off of him.
You're going to have to get it off of her now.
Once
'Cause I
all
got too many young dogs I'm fooling with. Right
Once
now.
all the deer guys get their stuff started up real good, we'll go to squirrel hunting a little bit. We'll cause them a little ruckus, a little chaos every now and then. We'll hear them hollering,
Yeah, well.
Now,
Now,
But-
I have had a dog tree a deer hunter one time. We was hunting some public land.
I remember you telling me
old
about
legend, he ain't treed nothing else in his life, but all of a sudden he blows the top out of a tree. And none of the other dogs barking.
that. Oh yeah.
I asked old Barney, I said, well, what do you reckon that is? He said, by God, he must have seen it go up. Went to the tree and looked up the tree, and there's a deer hunter sitting in the tree stand. I said, yeah, I guess he did.
What did he say? He didn't say
You're on public land. I mean,
Yeah.
and normally when we hunt public land, if it's from a boat, we look at the land, make sure there ain't no boats or nothing there.
Yeah.
Well,
Y'all,
this guy here, they had a
y'all were
hunting
lucky
club
that they didn't
on the
shoot
roadside,
the dog.
and he had walked in, so we didn't have no way of knowing he was even in there until the dogs got to him before we did. And,
I'm worried. One thing y'all could have been worried about is that deer hunter would shoot that dog.
no, well, we worry about that sometimes, son. But
Not all of them do it, but hey, that does happen.
I hope that they got a little bit more about themselves than to shoot a man's dog.
Yeah. No, I mean that's a good talk. Honestly, it is a good talk. It's something we don't want to talk about, but it is the truth.
Yeah.
And that's the good thing about it because he's paying attention and he listens. But the bad thing about it, he should never even have to know that.
Right.
He should never have to worry about
Whether
somebody gonna shoot my
shot.
dog,
Right.
a working dog and a hunting dog. Yeah, no, I mean nobody.
You should never have to worry about
nobody has a right to shoot him. That dog's got a collar on. You shoot it, you should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
that. I agree with you.
It's got a collar on it.
You should be
$300.
arrested.
That's right.
You got a
should go to jail
$300
for
collar?
dog assault.
Yeah,
That's right. Yeah,
dog
there you go.
assault.
Dog
That's
assault.
what I'm talking about. So,
For dog assault.
but
Game warden come arrest him, huh?
Yeah.
yep, and that's it. It is. It's one of the deals. But people have to deal with that stuff all the time.
Yeah.
In Bankhead
Well,
a couple
a lot
years
of people
ago, guys
don't.
shot that dog while it was treeing.
Well,
A little
yes.
6-year-old girl.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that dogs can't read.
Yeah,
Mine can't. I mean, no matter
Mine-
how good a handle I've
mine
got
can
on
a
them,
little bit, but
I've
not
never.
much. They're
Yeah.
dyslexic.
Well, I think mine learned how to read cursive, unlike this new generation, and most of these signs ain't.
That's right.
But anyhow, just because a dog gets over, don't mean that we're actually trying to poach your land or
That's
anything like that.
exactly right.
I
They're
mean,
just going.
I mean, I try to obey all the laws. I try not to be on somebody's land I'm not supposed to be
Yep.
on, but that don't mean my dog knows that.
Oh, I agree.
And
100%. It's one of those deals. We've actually converted people.
Yeah.
Like we know a guy, and he's told us. He said, if I see them dogs down there, I'll shoot the hell out of them. And he's talking about deer dogs, and they're deer hunting. Now tell me how stupid is that? You're a deer hunter, but he sits in the box blind or shooting house, whatever.
right.
But if a deer dog come through there, he's gonna shoot the dog. Well, to me, it's like I got a freebie right here. I'm gonna get if he's running a deer, like, hey, he's pushing it right out to him. He's doing the work for me.
Yeah.
And then, but why would you do that? So I explained the whole deal, and then I took him hunting,
hmm
and that changed his whole attitude about everything. He didn't know no better. He was taught that.
Well, a lot of your people, your deer hunters, if they would realize if they would go hunting with you a little bit,
Yep.
they would realize a lot of them would want you to come hunt with them in a stand because the pace we move at,
Oh yeah.
where they don't run deer, all they do is just keep. They'll get up and they'll just walk. We'll end up walking them to you,
Oh yeah.
but not trying to. We years ago we had a place that we hunted, and he was a deer hunter. That's all he'd done. He didn't squirrel hunt. He didn't dog hunt or nothing. But he would call us, and he had 2 sections. And one section he'd want us to hunt in the morning, the other section he'd want us to hunt in the evening. And we asked him one time, we said, well, you deer hunt, but you want us to come down here and squirrel hunt all the time. And he told us that, he said, I see more deer when y'all do that. He said, the morning hunt, he said, I'll hunt over there in the evening where you hunt in the morning and then you hunt in the evening. He
Really?
said, and these deer just be up moving around, even on days that they normally don't move on. He said, they're going to be up moving around.
A lot of them, I don't think they understand how strict we are on
I don't know.
the dogs.
You can
not
run on if
running
you want
deer.
to.
A lot of hunters, they don't understand how much we apply to a dog to not mess with the deer.
That's right.
Now if you were running deer dogs, of course, but you squirrel hunting, that's the last thing you want. You don't want that dog running deer.
No.
My dogs, they better not run a deer.
Right.
Will they? I'm sure they will. If it jumps up in front of them, I don't know.
That's
Most
right.
of mine don't.
But I can get them to stop. I guarantee I can get them to stop.
Exactly. With the technology we have now, there's no excuse.
No.
And that puppy of mine,
And there's no.
we'll shock her at full shot.
lay her down.
Well, it don't really bother her that much. It pretty
doesn't
much takes,
bother her.
I don't know.
She
She has a high tolerance, and
just like.
But I'll
bites.
also throw something out there too. I will take up for the deer hunters to a point.
She
Like
just
you said, with the
nibbles.
technology we have, you shouldn't have very many dogs trespassing.
Exactly. I agree with that. That's what I
That's
said.
where people that's houndsmen need to be stepping up and
That's
doing
why-
what's right. Also, with Garmin's today and everything, they tell you
100.
where the property lines are.
Yes.
There's no reason why we should be having major issues.
Well, you know,
with
we've
that
got
either.
we got a lot of ground back on the deer dogging here in Alabama
Because of that.
because of that. That was the ploy. That was the way they brought it back into.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, look, we have this technology right here in the palm of our hand that all we have to do is hit this button and this dog will stop. You need to come around this way or you move?
You want to go on?
I'm just.
What is it?
I just need a more comfortable chair.
Oh, you need a more comfortable chair?
Oh, you need a comfortable chair?
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
have to get you
We'll
one.
get you one on the
We'll have
next
to get one.
podcast.
Yeah, we'll do another one. We're going to wrap this one up
Yeah.
here in just a minute.
Yeah.
But like I said, there's no excuse for a
You'll
lot.
probably have your own podcast here for too much longer anyways. I mean,
Ain't
you
no
and
doubt.
Nate, we'll do one with you and Nate. Me and Joey will sit back there behind the camera
I'm
and just
all
watch
for
it.
it.
We'll let you and Nate
I'm
do
all
one
for it.
yourself. He can ask you questions. What do you think about that?
Mhm.
You
What do
good with it?
It's okay. So I got something I want you to do. All right, get up there closer to the mic. Give her your right here. Something, that's far enough.
That's
that way
good.
people can hear you real good. What is the best color dog? What's the best color dog that there is? The best color. Is it black, yellow, brindle, white?
Yellow.
Wait a minute now.
Oh, he said yellow. You like yellow dogs?
Yeah.
You do. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I know Dad, he likes some brindle dogs. Black,
That's
saddlebacks.
Hey,
He likes that. That's yeah. I do
I
too.
like the color of a tree dog. I like them to tree.
That's right. But
I've had to eat some crow over it, and it is what it is. But I
I
like
know
tree dogs.
as soon as you started talking about that pup,
Yeah.
you told me he's like, there ain't but one problem. I said, what color is it? You said,
Yeah.
that's exactly right. But that ain't even a problem. No, like you
No,
said, it's a tree dog. It does its thing. It's doing the
It's
job.
not. If she continues on like she's going, I find a deal registered brindle dog, I'll breed her to him, and then I'll get that yellow out of him. I
Yeah,
mean, it's
we'll
not a
knock that
problem
right
to get
out.
rid of that yellow, knock right out
Well,
of
see,
there.
the only problem is with that, then I'm gonna have to hunt a yellow dog in another year or two.
That's right. And I'll be
You'll be
hunting
back
her
with
brindle. I'll be hunting her brindle puppies.
That's
won't I?
right. Well,
Yeah.
I tell you what, I appreciate you getting on here with us. I really do. A lot of information out
Yeah,
there.
don't expect no more than about 15, 20 views.
Yeah, well, hey,
You know.
that's 15 or 20 more than we got.
That's right.
So
That's right.
we'll just keep on with it. And I'm glad Hunter got on here with us. Hunter, we appreciate you, buddy. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, what do you got to tell anybody anything else? What you want to
Just-
tell them?
Just remember to come down here. Just stop by.
Just say hello. You ain't got to
Just
buy
say-
nothing.
Just say hello. Just look at the stuff. Just look at all the stuff that we have.
Yeah.
And also we sell Showtime dog food.
That's
There
right.
you go. Come get
There
your
you go. Get
showtime
some
and all that. And
Showtime.
tell them, make sure you take your kids hunting.
That's right.
Make sure you take any of your kids hunting.
If you don't have one,
If
pick
you
you one up and take it.
Yeah.
If you don't have one, just if one of your buddies has like a son or a daughter, just ask them if it's okay to take them hunting.
Good
That's right.
job,
Good
buddy.
job.
Good job. All right, folks, we're gonna cut this one out. It's been a good one. I mean, I've had a good time sitting here, enjoyed talking to you, and I want to say thanks to all our sponsors, people that help us make this possible. I want to say thanks to all the people who have supported us on YouTube, on the podcast, the videos, all the social media, our store, our merchandise, a little bit of stuff we got going. You guys are making a dream a reality for us. And if there's anything that we can do to help you guys in any form or fashion that's within our reason, you just holler at us, man. Y'all come go hunting with us. Check it out. So there's a couple of announcements I want to make right quick. We got Mud Creek Bay Pen coming up. It's a new one. Rusty Mayshore's doing it September 3rd, Ringling, Oklahoma. Y'all make sure to check that out. Also, we're going to have we have the final leg of the hogbaying.com. It'll be in Downsville, Louisiana, October 6th through the 9th. Make sure y'all check that out. Come check us out. Come see us. You know, man, we got the Shankathon 2 happening. We had the first one. It done good. It was kind of a quick deal put together. This one right here is really, it's already growing very, very much so. First one we did to, you know, kind of promote our store and getting it open. This one, what we're doing is raising money for some families who are having to deal with some cancer issues. And we will have some posts made on social media, and I'll do some short videos and give you the names, information, how you can donate to those families directly, how you can donate to us. And we've got Old South dog boxes on board. They're going to let us get a dog box, and we're getting one from them, and we're going to raffle it off. And all the proceeds will go toward these families as well. So make sure y'all get signed up to hunting that Shankathon hunt. It's going to go by the Big Boar score. You just check our stuff out. And, you know, if you need more information, contact me, Nate, Joe, Hunter, whoever you need to holler at. And, you know, so we appreciate y'all, and we'll get back with y'all on the next one. Thanks.